So we continue our reading from Srimad Bhagavad Gita, and today we will read these three shlokas. Chapter 1, the Sainya Darshan, or observing the armies, and today's shloka is from 16 to 18, which is mainly the description of the blowing of conch shells by different soldiers or the main personalities from Pandav Sena. So let us chant the three shlokas. It's very say straightforward. Ananta Vijayam Raja
अनंत विजयम राजा
Kuntiputro Yudhishthira
कुंती पुत्रो
कुन्तीपुत्रो युधिष्ठिर
युधिष्ठिरः
Kulha Sahadevascha
नकुलः
नकुलः
सदेवश्च
सहदेवश्च
Sughosha Manipushpakau
सुघोषमणिपुष्पकौ
घोषमणिपुष्पकौ
Kashyascha Parameshwasaha
काश्यस्य
काश्यश्च
परमेश्वरः
परमेश्वरः
Hindi cha Maharathaha
शिखण्डी च
शिखण्डी च
महारथः
महारथः
Drushtadumno Viratascha
दृष्टद्युम्नो
दृष्टद्युम्नो
विराटश्च
विराटश्च
Satyakishta Parajita
सात्यकिश्च
सत्यकीश्च
पराजितः
पराजितः
Drupado Draupadeyascha
द्रुपदो
द्रुपदो
द्रौपदेयाश्च
द्रौपदेश्च
Sarvasha Prithvipate
सर्वशः
सर्वश्च
पृथिवीपते
पृथ्वीपते
Nadascha Mahabaho
सुभद्रश्च
भद्रश्च
महाबाहो
महाबाहुः
Shankhanadam Pruthak Pruthak
शङ्खनादं
दद्मुः पृथक्
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 Chant.
अनन्तविजयं राजा कुन्तीपुत्रो युधिष्ठिरः नकुलः सह देवस्य सुघोषमणिपुष्पकौ कास्यस्य परमेश्वासः शिखण्डी च महारथः दृष्टद्रुम्नो विराटस्य सौत्यकिच्छा पराजितः द्रुपदो द्रौपदेयाश्च सर्वसः पृथिवीपते सौभद्रस्य महाबाहुः शङ्खान् दद्मुः पृथक् पृथक्.
अनन्तविजयं राजा कुन्तीपुत्रो युधिष्ठिरः नकुलः सखादेवश्च सुखसो मणिपुष्पकौ काश्यश्च परमेश्वास शिखण्डी च महारथः दृष्टद्युम्नो विराटश्च सात्यकिश्च पराजितः द्रुपदो द्रौपदेयाश्च सर्वश पृथिवीपते सौभद्रश्च महाबाहु शङ्खं दद्मुः पृथक् पृथक्.
Anyone else want to try?
अनन्तविजयं राजा कुन्तीपुत्रो युधिष्ठिरः नकुलसह देवश्च सुघोषमणिपुष्पको काश्यश्च परमेश्वासः शिखण्डी च महारथः दृष्टद्युम्नो विराटश्च सात्यकीश्च पराजितः द्रुपदो द्रौपदेयाश्च सर्वशः पृथ्वीपते सौभद्रश्च महाबाहुः शङ्खादमु पृथक् पृथक्.
Okay. So let us read translation and purport. King Yudhishthir, the son of Kunti, blew his conch shell, the Ananta Vijay, and Nakul and Sahadev blew Sughosh and Manipushpaka. That great archer of King of Kashi, the great fighter Shikhandi, Drushtadumna, Virata, the unconquerable Satyaki, Drupada, the sons of Draupadi, and others, O kings, such as Mighty Am, son of Subhadra, all blew their respective consuls. Purport. Sanjay informed King Dhritarashtra very tactfully that his unwise policy of deceiving the sons of Pandu and endeavoring to enthrone his own sons in the seat of kingdom was not very laudable. The signs already clearly indicate that the whole Kuru dynasty would be killed in that great battle, beginning with grandsire Bhishma down to the grandsons like Abhimanyu and others, including kings of many states of world. All were present there and all were doomed. The whole catastrophe was due to King Dhritarashtra because he encouraged the policy followed by his sons. So here Sanjay is continuing his explanation about the other side, or what we say Pandav, who are the enemies of Kaurav in the Kurukshetra war. So before this, Sanjay was explaining about Kaurav Sena and the fighters in Kaurav Sena, but now he is taking the names of the main fighters of Pandav Sena, and it's mentioning about the conch shell, blowing of conch shell. And we see in the yesterday's verse the names of the conch shells of Krishna, Arjuna, and Bhishma are given, and today like Yudhishthir and Nakul Sahadev's conch shell. These main Pandavas are these Pandav five brothers are the main characters of the Mahabharat. So most of the Mahabharat is about around Pandavas, what happens to them, how they go through all these calamities, how Krishna saves them in all the calamities, how their faith or bhakti on Krishna does not waver in any of the situation. So most of the Mahabharata is around Pandavas. So they are the main characters. So while explaining the details of the characters also, Sanjay is expertly explaining about the conscious names for Pandavas, and for others he has just taken the names. So here one word is Ananta Vijayam Raja. So Ananta Vijay is Yudhishthir's Shankha or conch, and here the Raja word is used. So though at that time Yudhishthir was the king of only Indraprastha, not the complete Hastinapur, and Kauravas and Dhritarashtra, by their tricks, they kept Yudhishthir away from the throne of Hastinapur. And when they lost the um, Dut, Dut Krida, or the gambling match, and they went to the forest for exile, at that time also, when Pandavas were in forest, King Yudhishthir was respected as good as king. So though he was not physically the king, but his respect and position as a king was maintained throughout the exile. And we can see in different examples like Arjuna or Bhishma or Nakul Sahadev or even Kunti also, they never overpowered or overruled the words of Yudhishthir, even in the gambling or in their exile in the forest, everywhere, they always followed the orders or the wish of Yudhishthir. So he was always respected as the king, though he was a great fighter. He himself was also a great fighter, Marathi, but his name is coming after the three main characters, Krishna, Arjuna, and Bhima. But he is the representative of following the dharma or niti. That is why he has gained that respect, right? And Then Nakul and Sahadev were sons from Madri, but the twins, but they were always with Pandav and they supported Pandav, and they also played very key role in Mahabharat, though there is not that much mention of their deeds. But I think Nakul or Sahadev, one was a great astrologer, and there is pastimes like Krishna, and he used to know what's going to happen. Based on that, they during the war they used to plan, and also Sahadev took a vow to kill Shakuni, so he did that, and Nakula, I think, killed the sons of Karna, who were also great fighters. So these five characters represents the main fighters, or the on the Pandav side. And then there is name of the Kashiraj and Shikhandi. Shikhandi is the son of king of Kashi, and he also is mentioned as Maharathi. And Shikhandi, as we know the story, many of you may know, he was the reincarnation of Amba, the queen, right? The princess. So Amba, Ambalika, and Ambika, the three daughters of Kashiraj, were kidnapped by Bhishmadev, Devdatta at that time. So, and Amba and Bhishmadev brought them to Hastinapur, and there Amba told that she wants to marry Shalva. But now, because Bhishma has kidnapped and brought her to Hastinapur, she cannot go back. And at that time, Amba was requesting Bhishma to marry her, but he said, "No, I have already taken vow, so I cannot marry you." After that, Amba did lot of sacrifice and tapashcharya to please Lord Shiva, and Lord Shiva gave her blessing that she will reincarnate as a son of Drupada, and she will be the most instrumental in killing or stopping Bhishmadev in this war. So Shikhandi's role was also very important. And then Drushtadumna, son of Drupada, and he's the commander in chief of Pandav Sena. And main point was he was commander for all the 18 days. On the Pandav side, only one commander. And then Virata and Satyaki. Satyaki was also a great fighter, and Satyaki has protected Arjuna, or he has the main duty of protecting Yudhishthir in the warfare, because Yudhishthir will not always go into the directly war, but he will be directing. So the Satyaki's role was to always give protection to Yudhishthir, so that because if Yudhishthir is there, though he was not, he was respected and had importance as king, so he should be protected. So Satyaki was there, and Satyaki also supported Arjuna when he was following Jayadratha after he took vow to kill Jayadratha before the sunset. And then Drupada, we talked about Drupada and the sons of Draupadi. So all these, and then sons of Subhadra, and so this verse explains that each one of them blew their conch shells separately, and we can imagine if so many fighters are in the war, if somebody, so many great fighters blew their conch shells, then the effect of that conch shell and the vibration of conch shell of that sound will be totally different on the enemy party. That we can see in the next tomorrow's verse how it affected Kaurava. Because Kaurava side there is only explanation of Bhishma blowing the conch shell, but in Pandav side Bhishma blew the conch shell, and then others, the different instruments were sounded. That's the only explanation given by Sanjay. But on this side, he is giving more explanation, and indirectly, he's trying to tell Dhritarashtra that uh, because Krishna is also with Pandav, and all these fighters are Maharathis, and they have great high spirit or moral to fight this war. So this is also one of the indication that Sanjay is trying to give to Dhritarashtra till the last moment. So Dhritarashtra, everybody gave him advice that don't listen to Duryodhana and try to fulfill his desires. Everybody wanted to do that, tried to convince Dhritarashtra, but he was somehow or other under control of Duryodhan. So he didn't listen to all this. But here, Sanjay, without telling him to uh, stop for this fight, he's trying to tell Dhritarashtra that still, if he wants, something can be done because the opposite party is in very high spirit and Krishna and Arjuna is there, so there is very little chance of the uh, Kaurava winning this war. But so Sanjay, as a clever narrator or informer of Dhritarashtra, always try to give him indications and warnings. But Dhritarashtra finally, till last moment, he didn't listen to anyone, though he understood. But his attachment to his son was so strong that he was not able to overcome that attachment and do the right thing for Kaurava and Pandava and Hastinapur also. So this is about the today's shloka, and I think tomorrow there will be the effect of this all sounds on Kaurav Sena, and then the main dialogue between Arjuna and Krishna will start. So this is all the scene of war or Kurukshetra. So now we are seeing each words every day, and we have discussed. So we can imagine that how much preparations were gone into this war, and all the warriors on the both sides were almost ready to start the fight. So that is the situation now. I, when we end today's shloka, so now both the parties have almost ready or readiness is there to fight morally and also physically. So that is the scene or that is the situation now. Okay, any other comments or any other stories that you have heard about any of these kings or these warriors? Because there can be different versions in different parts of India or other countries. So then please feel free to share so we expand our knowledge and interest of studying this, reading this Bhagavad Gita.
Prabhuji, I have a question.
Mhm.
Uh, who first initiated the war, Kauravas or Pandavas?
Initiated means like the last try was done by Krishna himself, that he went to pacify Duryodhana and Dhritarashtra and everybody, and he went as a Shantidut or peace messenger, and there he gave option that if Kauravas will give 5 cities that he names, then the war will not happen. But when in that peace meeting, Duryodhan didn't accept this proposal from Krishna, and that time Krishna also said to Bhishma Dev and everyone that now this is the last chance that I took. If you all agree to this proposal from my side, then I guarantee that Pandav will not fight with you. But when they rejected this peace agreement, that time Krishna also said, like, now the war cannot be avoided. So that's how then everybody started the preparation for the war.
Okay, understood. So Duryodhana rejected to give the piece of land to the Kauravas. Then it started.
Yeah, that was the
The
last.
last negotiation with Krishna. Krishna negotiated. Okay, understood.
It failed, and then there was, because there was no one else who can try to have peace between the two parties. The last chance was Krishna. So
Okay, thank you. And one more thing I want to know, Jayadratha, you mentioned he has to be killed or he should kill someone before sunset. Something I heard. Could you please explain that?
Arjuna's son Abhimanyu, on the which day, I don't remember the day number. Uh, it happened under Drona's, after Bhishma Dev, I think, because Karna was on the fight, right? So yeah. So Abhimanyu went. The Kauravas did the arrangement of Chakravyuh arrangement of their army, and means it's arrangement that not all the warriors can penetrate, and Abhimanyu knew how to penetrate that Chakravyuh arrangement, but he didn't knew how to come out of that. So what happened? He went inside, penetrating everything, and when he was inside the Chakravyuh, all these warriors of Kaurav side, like including Drona and Karna, all these warriors, they together killed Abhimanyu, who is son of Arjuna. So at that night, when Abhimanyu was killed, Arjuna took the vow that the next day before the sunset, I will kill Jayadratha, because Jayadratha was also there in the killing of Abhimanyu. So he took the vow that I will kill Jayadratha before the sunset. And till the sunset, almost till the sunset, Arjuna and then Kauravas, they thought that this is a good chance that if we full day, if we protect only Jayadratha, and if he's not killed, because Arjuna is Kshatriya, and if Jayadratha is not killed before sunset, then Arjuna has to enter the fire. And if Arjuna enters the fire, then almost the war is done. So next day, all the Kaurav army was just protecting Jayadratha, and Arjuna was somehow or other not able to reach to them, because Drona, Krupacharya, everybody was keeping protecting Jayadratha. So that time, Satyaki also went to help Arjuna, because Arjuna was going inside or forward towards Jayadratha, and there was no one to protect Arjuna from backside. So that once he goes inside, somebody should back up him from backside, so nobody attack from the backside. So Satyaki did that work. Yudhishthir sent Satyaki. So that is the story, and that is the main part where Krishna also played his role while killing of Jayadratha.
So he killed before sunset.
Yes, so
Ah,
I arranged that so that he's
okay. Okay, thank you so much, Prabhuji.
no problem.
Thank you. Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you,
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Thank you,
Thank
Hare.
you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Guruji. Hare Krishna.